and welcome back to another episode. These people don't like you, okay? Sometimes you form a relationship with people due to proximity, and an example of proximity could be your family members. They're people who you've been around for a long time or perhaps grew up with. Also, you can get connected to people through circumstance. Like you went to school together, or maybe you grew up in the same neighborhood. Maybe even your parents were friends, or you met them through an acquaintance and they're connected through someone else. Or even people that you've connected with from convenience, like they've always been there. And that can also be like a family member or just in general someone that you've known since the beginning of time. Maybe you met in grade school. Okay, all of these are reasons of why you may be connected to a person. And when you're young like that, when you've met people or connected to them through some of those reasons, you're too young to vet. You're too young to vet what type of person the person is. But over time, you'll begin to discern things, or you'll begin to feel things, feel when energy is off, or feel slighted, or feel shade even. Okay? And sometimes you outgrow these connections. You outgrow connections to people. When you reflect on how you feel about a person, think about how you were initially connected to them. And then think about your life now and how they fit into your life. Is this person actually a good person, or do you just know them? Like, are they a grimy person, or do you just know them? Do they treat you like shit, or did you just grow up with them? You see, sometimes you have to reflect on how you feel about the person, like right now. How do you feel about them right now? I'm not talking about how you all started up, because you can easily laugh and kiki and connect over little silly things when you've met a person in kindergarten. But that does not mean that once you've graduated from school and working a job, that this is the right person that needs to be in your life, sticking by your side as a friend. How's their character? Sometimes we developed a codependency, and just we stay connected to people just because they've been around. So we keep them around. But what if the person is jealous? What if the person is envious? What if the person is hateful? What if the person does not have the best intentions towards you? Things get revealed over time. Some of my closest connections, for example, and it was close to me, but I had to realize that person or those people did not feel the same way about me. But I considered myself close to a few people. Why? Because I've known them forever and I consider myself close to them. But over time, now in my grown adult life, small disagreements show me that they really don't fuck with me. Not speaking to somebody is okay. Sometimes you're going to go through little silly things, or people get attitudes, or, they're going through things. I don't never hold that against anybody. The fact that someone isn't speaking or talking or communicating at a time, sometimes they may be going through something and they just don't want to talk about it, or they just don't want to be around. I would never hold that against somebody, especially if they come back and then give a legitimate explanation as to why, or they apologize as to why. But that's slandering. That's slandering that people do when they disconnect from you, or when they have a problem with something that you did. Someone slandering your name, that's just an opportunity for them to show what they've been feeling all along. And I know a few relationships that I've had, all it took was for me to pull back a little, not be as available. And once they felt like a way towards me, Then they started talking horrible about me. Then they started doing little nasty things to spite me. And see, that revealed to me how they've been feeling all along. Because I already could sense, and that was why I pulled back. I could already sense they really wasn't rocking with me like that. You ever want to, it's not that you're trying to test people, but sometimes you notice you're the only one calling. And if you stop calling somebody, they won't call you. And then a relationship just dies. It is what it is. It happens sometimes. But sometimes pulling back or not being as available will let you know how some folks have been feeling about you all along. So I would say, don't take it personal. And another thing, you don't owe anybody courtesy, niceties, or politeness. You don't owe them that. Okay? If somebody is being nasty towards you, you don't owe them any of those things. And don't let anybody tell you that you do, because it's a lie. And you definitely don't apologize, especially when you've done nothing wrong. Because if somebody is talking about you and saying horrible things about you, that's up there with abuse. It's up there with disloyalty. And it's also up there from stealing. That's just like stealing from you. They lying on you, they stealing on you. So they've shown you exactly who they are. Why should you fawn and need to apologize? You didn't do anything. If a person feels a certain way about you and they act like they hate you, believe it, they do. Then people don't like you. You were forced into relationship. You don't know them like that. It's time to let it go. And the signs are all there. Are they clearly uninterested in who you are or anything that you have going on, and they try to downplay you or downplay your stuff, but they pumping somebody else up? Leave them to the people that they think so highly of. Leave them to those folks. Are they a no-show for you during all of your special occasions? Everybody can't make everything. But for some reason, they make it a habit to be unavailable for you. For you. Do they not prioritize you? If they don't, you're not important to them. Not saying that you have to come first in everybody's life, but what I'm saying is you're important. Maybe I should rephrase it. You're important to them. You should be important to them. You should be important to everybody that's in your life. If you're not important, it's time to cut that tie. It's time to cut that tie. Are they emotionally unavailable for you, but you're emotionally available to them? That's not fair. And are they critical of you? Every little thing you do, they're waiting to pounce on it and criticize it. Tell you how you're so wrong. But you let somebody else do the same thing and it's so right. Or it's not that big of a deal. Pay attention to how people's energy is towards you. They don't cut you no slack. None whatsoever. Just harsh and judgmental about every little thing you do. That's because they don't like you. So when I say these people don't like you, I'm talking about the people who you've had around for a long time. And it's just now starting to click. You're just now starting to figure it out for yourself. They don't like me. If they act like they don't like you, they don't. And don't let no one gaslight you into thinking, oh, that's your cousin. But you all grew up together. So? So what? If they don't like you, they don't like you. I don't care how long someone has been in your life. Sometimes people develop a dislike for you. It could be from jealousy, or it could be from other things. Or it could be that they never really liked you in the first place. You're just an acquaintance, but you saw it as friend. Or you saw it as family. But however you got connected, it wasn't through a vetting process. You were too young, you were too green, you were too naive at the time. So please know who is for you, and do not start January 2025 with anyone in your life, in your close circle, next to you, beside you, around you, who really don't like you. Refuse to start the year with people who don't like you. And remember, if they're showing you that they don't like you, or if you just feel like they don't like you, they don't. I'm here to tell you, they don't. They don't like you. Them people don't like you. Them people don't like you. I would bet money that is somebody who's known me for a long time, who's watching this video right now, bucking their ass, sucking their teeth. And they're not going to like this video. They're not going to share it. And guess why? Because it's me. And they don't like me. But now they feel exposed. Because people like to throw rocks and hide their hands. But the secret's out. Now they know that I figured them out. Now they feel exposed. They're probably thinking, dang, does she know I really don't like her like that? Yeah, I know. I've been known. That's the crazy thing. I've been known. It's not a lot that you can hide from me. I'm very discerning. And once folks are exposed, they really get mad because they really don't like that. People do not like to be exposed. They don't like to be figured out. They love to run game. Some people love to run game. So once the game is up, it's no fun. So recognize game. Then people don't like you. Y'all be safe.